Hello everybody, it's your Wonderful Wind Mage, your Cruz Ship servant, Chartreuse Proxy, ever and always at your service now, y'all. It is a wonderful Tuesday. It is January 7th, and second week of January, but technically first Tuesday of the new year. I hope everybody's doing well, I hope everybody's chilling out, and mainly, I hope everybody's been able to just, have a good time when it comes to it all, y'all. I'm back with Mystia's Izakaya. I was thinking about streaming it yesterday to try to keep it in line with my Crits of Delicious Mondays like I used to do for my cooking game, but I got both a combination of lazy and I was also making thumbnails for the week, because at least from my upload schedule, I should have pretty good documentation going all the way up to maybe about the 18th now when it comes to my daily stuff, which is both really good and also very sobering for me to be able to say, I actually have a lot of stuff that I'm going to be able to look forward to when it comes to my residual uploads. I want to chill, I want to talk, and primarily I want to just, unwind, because my last streams have been a lot higher tempo when it comes to it for how I've been feeling, considering how it's been orange juice and everything like that. And to that end, it's not been the most conducive to my own mental health, considering how bad I've been getting beat around with it all. Orange juice absolutely sobers you up. But anyway, we're back to Mystia's Izakaya, and I just want to chill out because we got our new area, of course. The main thing here is a new area. That is, if we take a look at my notebook, what is our task? Obviously so. See here, we have paid off the debt of the human village now. So in 15 days, we have, we have to go and pay off a debt of 6k. I already have 6k, but that means we will just be able to spend. First and foremost, buy up everything as always. Now let's talk to Chen. What's your opinion about the power soup? We created it together after all. I feel very energetic after feeling it. Well, it's designed to provide energy. What about your cats? Do they like it? They're more lively after eating it. They look very happy. That's great. They're so lively now that there are scratch marks everywhere in the den. So, it didn't work out after all. Well, fine enough, that gets us up to level 4 with Chen, and the main thing is, we have invite to get her to the Izakaya, ingredients to gather specific ingredients for her, we can do beverages now too. Ever since the new shrine opened up at the top of the mountain, there's been more and more trouble. They opened new divisions and even built a ropeway. As a result, more and more humans are entering the mountain. Some of them even trespassed on my land. That's super annoying. Humans nowadays are truly fearless. Even I'm afraid of going near the Yokai Mountain. Speaking of that, humans actually pay tribute at those shrines. They leave a lot of alcohol and food there. The beasts usually finish off the food pretty quickly. Liquor is generally the only thing left. As compensation for being disturbed, it's not that bad if I take some wine, right? However, Ransomot doesn't allow me to drink much wine. I'll share this bottle with you. What? Thank you. Actually, why don't I take some more? What you did is absolutely justified. Sparrow Sake and Negroni. Interesting. 100. But besides the Dasai, it's my next most expensive drink, which is going to be really nice to have. It could be bitter. Oh, hold on, I got a DM. Okay, we're good. Alright, good. Lucky bitter with an orange aroma and going down smoothly. Pretty popular recently. After hearing that it's popular in the outside world, my mistress asked me to make one, but she couldn't stand the bitterness and kept asking me to add more orange and vermouth. It's basically orange syrup now. The anonymous chef Maid. That's cute. And also the fact that it's a Western tad does fit with the Star Wars sisters' taste potentially. Let's keep raising up his face. Let's keep raising up our friendship. Let's invite Riddle, because I always do love having the opportunity for the Fireflies to come around. Hi D3, I hope you're doing well. How's your orange juicing? Because when I booted up Steam, I saw that you were playing it yourself. But anyway, after I go around talking to the boys and girls, let's talk with Chen. Let's check my friendships actually with people here. So, Rumi is my highest, so I do need to just have Riddle come around more. Is that your first time on Wind? Story mode feels so depressing to play. Omega lol. Reason the bots is worse. I've tried a dozen and didn't clear it. Yeah, at the very least when it comes to for playing orange juice for your side D3, unless you're going for achievements and or cosmetics, you can clear story mode stuff on casual mode, which is the lowest difficulty, because they rig the game in your favor. And that's how you can try to get the base game characters better. Oh, I'm dropping a lot of frames. Tell me if you hear anything or not. But yeah, I honestly feel like there's like certain characters that you can just try to cheat story mode with. But they're the ones that would be highly geared towards either the stars or wind condition. Stars or winds, wind conditions, I guess. 5 in a row and casual, I feel so sorry for you. But I feel like winds, you're very much so still at the whims of RNG. Whereas if you can play a character that's just all in on stars, which is DOC only really, then you have a much better time. At least that's how I've had. You've been to so many different places, Rumia. Have you tasted the drinks from those locations? Ah, I drank a lot of super tasty wine. That must be nice. I saved some for Misty as well. Wow, thank you very much. Ordinary fitness tea, another Negroni. The label says drink me. That's hilarious. Well, I hope that you do better, and also, I guess I maybe have to actually wait a day. Actually, yeah, I have to wait a day. Probably for for the human village to open up. For our next location. In that case, then we'll just gather as usual. We don't have any other quests at the moment here. So we just chill out. Ooh. More decide. Nice. Yeah. Let's just keep going on. Let's keep chilling. Let's keep having a good time. Open up. Oh. I'm one finger off from my keyboard. Open up shop for tonight. But you've been having fun? You still playing Mani, or you trying out different characters, or like looking at the DLC more potentially? Okay, let's see here. Power Soup only takes a hot pot, and that's pretty decent. But I think I still want to keep high inventory stats otherwise for potential items. So we'll keep bouncing around with what I could be carrying or not. It's that, or I could honestly limit my menu to just my high-end foods. And then, yeah, I'm using double over for 2 things, but the fact is that when it comes to that, I'll still have, what's his face? I will still have the other utensils for specialty customers. I just need to be prepping a lot more. Okay, you love Mani? If I ever become more Malmod, she's high priority. There you go. Misty! Yoko, did the head priestess agree to let you come over? Yes, the head priestess told me. You will never ascend to Bruderhood if private matters delay your practice. But if it's part of your practice, then it's fine. That feels a bit crafty, but it's good that she agreed. Now we can work together again. And the head priestess said the commission fee should be 5% of the total revenue. No problem. Right. If that's all, I can start sweeping the temple at later times in the future. Huh? You still have to do the sweeping? Of course! Waking up early, reciting sutras, and sweeping are my morning practices. The head priestess said I'm allowed to doze off. I can kind of see why some people are big shots while we are small fry. It's almost time. Let's open up the Izakaya. Starting from tomorrow, if you need my help, just hire me before you open. I've been helping for a while now, and I should now be able to perform additional tasks. You can assign me to different jobs later, which will be great for the future. For now, she will continue to be our resident lovely barmaid. I think in theory I like March, but the second mission really shows off her weakness. March is, Winston, right? She very much so is still, without a doubt, a potential slow burner. And, you know, she doesn't pop off as much as other people, but she always is a threat when it comes to, since especially so, like, if you're playing on certain maps or certain HP, or certain characters who have lesser HP, she can always just, like, find a way to immediately start snarking on people. Manny is a much more active ticking time bomb since she never has to, like, since she doesn't have to really use her hyper. Or rather, like, she doesn't have to be holding on to her hyper to threaten people or have to mind game by saying, oh, don't go to low health. Instead, she just kind of, you know, continues to rage to it and just says, no, I'll simmer on this and let you slowly but surely figure out what you have to do with me when we get to that point. But then, of course, as, you know, we saw in co-op, it can depend on how good it is, and even then, if you want to have the longer terms effects, depending on how far you are in the game, of if you want your rage to last for like forever, or if you want if you want to cancel it early by just gunning it and just saying, I want 4 wins from whoever's right in front of me right now. But otherwise, I know, like, for me, I do actually want to check out more... Like, I do want to check out the new DLC characters, because I'm, like, 8 paths behind on the regular DLC at the moment. And to that end, I want to be able to see if there's any characters I do like or so. Because I haven't actually really researched into the newer characters as much, because the last path that I played was when the Moonlight characters came around, so it was Moonlight Hime and Noble Fernet, I believe. So I know what they do, but I never bought into them or so. And I'll just have to see exactly, you know, how things come to be. Into meat, what does Chen like again? You like sweet, greasy grilled, and anything popular. I'm gonna get fish for you. Sweet, greasy grilled. You're gonna be grilled anyway. Oh, I don't think there's anything that is popular right now, so I'll just go with some grilled lamprey for you. Something dry. Sparrow sake, super dry. I always feel like there's something to do, which is awesome. Yeah, and I feel like when it comes to on the orange juice side, there isn't too many characters that actually let you continue to be active when you are dead on the ground. There are definitely a few I can think of or so. Tomato and Mimiu's whole gimmick is the fact that, you know, like, that they are stance character and then just continue swapping even when one of them dies. Or basically always be active. Arnold, the shopkeeper, can have shops that can always residually be around. Trap characters can always, you know, be impacting the board anyway, so that's Dangerous Yuki and Kroa. And then when it comes to it otherwise, let's see here. Pirate Captain has summons, if I think I remember exactly so, but he's also traps to an extent. So that still goes. I think it was Fruity you wanted, right? I'm gonna assume. Let's do the same here. That will still fulfill. So overall, it still is, you know, delicate when it comes to Fruity. Yep. And, of course, that's going to be strengths and weaknesses, character-wise, when it comes to it. At the very least, though, I will say, at least you, like, for you, D3. Oh, welcome back. That was quicker than I thought. I was about to say, at the very least, too, you are seeing a good end of your mini gameplay or so. But it was actually kind of like almost a rock, paper, scissors balance that a good amount of my old crew used to have. Trying to remember what the power soup was. Oh wait, no, the recipe has its own seaweed boar meat. That's in a pod. Thinking about, I want to save my lampreys, so I want to make power soup instead since I have a lot more on that end. But it was rock, paper, scissors almost in a few of my old groups because there's certain characters that really made it hard for others to play to certain extents or so. Like, yeah, Manny loves getting chipped or so, but the fact is it's still a delicate balancing act between what she how much damage she still wants to take. And when there's characters that can absolutely just nuke you for more than 1 health outside of combat, for instance, and keep it out of your reach, rather make your rage lower artificially as it can be, then that's when you do start feeling a burn, for example, and then etc, etc, etc. You know, everything will continue to go on from that end. But it's just always real interesting with how strategies can absolutely break on the fly. And with how many characters that there are, it's not that you're going to be screwed at character select. You might be screwed at board select, but you kind of know that going into things. It's just cool to see. Riddle White Strains, Sweet Raw, right? And you want meaty. We hate vegetarian, so we make it meaty. Strains, Sweet Raw. Potato slows, and then we get tofu. We get more tofu then. Everybody wants tofu now. Goodness gracious. Alright. Okay, y'all. I only made 2 portions of tofu, but I guess y'all all want it then. Let's help Kyoto with the drinks real quick. Firefly Phenomenon will fill out the rest of the tables that I have not been able to do yet so far, which will be wonderful. Dude, everybody wants tofu. Please stop. Please stop with the tofu orders. Yeah, I really need Riddle to come around sooner, considering how she absolutely perks up my numbers. And I need her to come sooner rather than later, that way I can always have a full house if I want to maximize the profit. Seem weak in some matchups damage comps. I haven't run into them, but I see the card pools and know if I bring her too much people, it needs to be countered by just altering the decks to be less combat focused. And you know, like, that is to its stance, right? I could counter draft a lot more when it comes to, but then there are certain, you know, there are also certain ways you can just, you know, enable your own win condition a lot more. I mean, during the bounty hunt game, I'm playing a character who really wants to profit off of gift cards, for example, in Nico, and when he was just melting down internally, just because he couldn't process that he has to keep getting rid of gift cards, was absolutely hilarious, I find. And also just, when it comes to it, just, well, that's almost laser guided. Almost. But of course, you know, once again, that's give and take with the beauty of orange juice, with how it all pans out on how, what's it, push-pull, and how you can easily just have the best game of your life and then the worst game of your life right afterwards. Plus, if you're gonna screw over your friends, you absolutely could lean all the way into saying, hey, I'm gonna hard counter your character. Am I that mean? Not necessarily. Am I that vindictive? Oh, definitely so. Number 2. Need more onigiri. This in. Number 4. And number 1. Need another croquette. And I need another onigiri. Good. I got tossed serving as well. Let's help Kyoto with the drinks a little bit here while I'm waiting on by. Lovely. I'll have another croquette in, but that's gonna be it for tonight. Okay. Not bad, not bad. We need more fried tofu. Glad I still accidentally fudge. I served it to the wrong person. Glad I still made the onigiri. And then I served it to the wrong person after all of that, so that's just how it is. Bounty Hunt mode is so very similar to Armello. Yep, you talked to me about that there, not one-to-one, but similar vibes and pacing. And it, you know, like I said, it is more of a traditional tabletop RPG, how Bounty Hunt plays out, I mean. So it's just, you know, real interesting mix-up of it overall, but I still personally think original Orange Juice is, you know, gonna stand up on its own and still is my favorite. Co-op's really cool though, because all of the different bosses are wildly different in how you need to approach them, and to that end, it's really cool to have to build your decks and actually tear around your character composition way more than anything else. Besides, I feel Orange Juice at least suffers from the fact that, you know, it's already a specialized game, and so Bounty Hunt can actually feel horrid for some characters. Appreciate your hard work today as well, Misty. You can leave the cleaning to me. Thanks. I'll leave it to you then. You're welcome. But I'm also getting used to this now. Thinking back to the time when we just expanded, that was a real fuss. Yeah, it was quite nerve-wracking seeing the Izakaya with more guests after the expansion. The good news is that this region isn't really heavily populated. The customers are all familiar faces, so it doesn't take long to cope with it. Speaking of which, what is it? I was thinking, we've now decided to expand the Izakaya, but we're still staying at the Yokai Trail. Isn't it counterintuitive? You want to leave this place? Well, yeah, a little bit. But where can we go if we want to leave? Stronger yokai roam the entire Gensokyo. It's already hard enough for weak little yokai like us to gain a footing at the Yokai Trail. You're right, I haven't thought of it thoroughly yet. A guest at this hour? Dear guest, we're terribly sorry, but we're closed for tonight. Please come back tomorrow. Miss Reimu? Did you freeze in place just by seeing me? Sorry, I instinctively... Are you here for food? But at this hour where I'm not here to eat anything. Say, even if I didn't do anything, you can't just go on and about assuming that you can do everything. Huh? We didn't do anything bad, I think. And you say you didn't do anything? What did your Izakaya? What in the world are you doing? But the Izakaya, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it? You used to pull a stall cart. I tolerated that. Now you've set up a decent place like this at the entrance of the Yokai Trail without even notifying me. Thanks for the praise. I'm not praising you. You're expanding your business so recklessly. Do you even have a permit? Me? Coco, do you know what this is? I have no idea. Why do we need this, whatever thing for our business? It's useless talking to you half-wits. Just close down your Izakaya. We are closed. I mean, like, never open again. Isn't like Rainbow one of the big dots? I mean, she is the protagonist of the entire Toho franchise. What? You followed all the rules running her business. Not even the Tatsuri Miku could simply chase us away like this. Don't you have any idea what kind of place the Yokai Trail is? Setting up a restaurant here and attracting a crowd, it will create troubles eventually. All in all, no business can operate on the Yokai Trail. All businesses that open up here are to be shut down. That is a rule of Gensokyo. If you put it like that, would it then be okay if we moved our Izakaya somewhere else? Huh? Not right anywhere else other than Yokai Trail would work. However, if it's somewhere like the human village, at least there would be no danger for humans. But that actually is a pretty dangerous place for us yokai. If you can get that person's support, even you should be accepted by humans. That person? She's the one who acts right as she's handling Miko duty in the human village. Instead of trusting a 100% genuine human like myself, the villagers place more trust in her. They're just... So, who is she? Mr. Himu, we don't often set foot in the human village. There's no way we're familiar with such an important figure of the village. Don't often set foot? Does that mean there were instances of you sneaking into the village? Not really. Only once in a while. Hey, aren't we talking about that person? Who was she again? She's a half-were beast. Despite being a yokai, she's also a teacher for human children. What? Are humans willing to have yokai educate their young? Hey, I'm not here to have a casual chat with you. Whatever you do, shut down your place here. I'm willing to set up my Izakaya in the human village. However, I can't give up this place either. Who cares about what you want? Mr. Heimu, you used to visit here occasionally as a guest. It's pretty close to your shrine from here. Isn't that convenient from you? If you really close down an Izakaya for good, then you might lose some potential visitors. Even if so, I wouldn't simply... I promise you that I'll get the Izakaya running in the human village. That'll also mean I'll be opening less frequently here. Pretty please, I promise that I'll keep a low profile from now on. Whatever. I'll let you off the hook this time. As long as you can promise that you won't cause any trouble. Yes, I promise! Fine. It's quite late now. And I'm not like you yokai. I'm going back to get some sleep. You must get permission from that person tomorrow. You can't open your Izakaya without a permit of the yokai trail next month. Watch your steps back on the way there, Miss Reimu. Misty, are you really going to move our Izakaya to the human village? You should know this, but I've been considering places with more traffic than the yokai trail for a while. But it's the human village. Oh, Miss Reimu said it's okay, so I just want to try it out. Kyoko, can I? Okay, you win. Alright then, you really want to try, then I'll give you my support. Thank you, you're such a good friend. But it would cost a small fortune to open up a new branch at the human village. I forgot there's that. It seems like we'll have to find her again. And we'll be dead again. By the way, I think the Miko also told us to get somebody's permission. That the villagers won't discriminate against us just because we're yokai. No idea who it might be. Let's go to the human village tomorrow and find out. And that's the day. Alright, let me get some water real quick. What a successful day. Reimu used to throwing her weight around. I mean, she's, she's the efficient but lazy. Especially so. She just kind of, if there's anything causing incidents for her or her shrine at all, she's absolutely gonna throw. But otherwise, she's just kind of like, I'm here. I finally unlocked a new location. Pressing this button brings up the map so you can see new locations. Now, we can fast travel between the human village and the yokai trail. No need to walk, I'll fly there in an instant. Every flight between neighboring locations takes us 30 minutes. However, it doesn't take any time if the selected destination is the current location. Make good use of this. Now, let's see who still says I'm a flightless bird. The Night Sparrow Izakaya, dead or alive. The curious shrine maiden visited the unlicensed Izakaya to fulfill her duty. What fate awaits the Izakaya? So, let's sort around. So, the main thing to understand then is that now we have 2 locales to gather from, which is very important to note, because that means that we are going to have to juggle our time with what items we do want to gather around. I'm still going to keep inviting Riddle, because I want her to visit more, because that's always going to be good profits. But I continue gathering around the yokai trail like usual, but I want to give higher priority to what I feel is most important, which is I need to continue to get lampreys from the water spots if possible. Always buy from the merchants, because I have the money to do so. Got the Chen. You guys keep that friendship going up. Through Mia, but as you see here, this pathway is now open. You can see, travel to human village. It'll take you 30 minutes. And we are here. Human male 2. As the man of the house, I have to shoulder additional responsibilities. I heard that a lot of livestock went missing recently. I should be able to make some money if I go hunting and get some wild game. So, we had Riddle, we had Rumia, and we had Chen in the yokai trail. In the human village, we have 5, actually 6 NPCs to talk to. So first and foremost, Kassen! Hermits that do not completely surrender to mortal desires cannot enter heaven. Ibaraki. Most of them live in hiding somewhere in this world. Hi, Kassen. Hello, Miss Kassen. Ah, hello. Are you that Night Sparrow who sang on stage at the last Chartreuse Shrine Party? Yes, we have met at several other Chartreuse Shrine parties as well. However, I do believe this is the first time we are meeting each other at the Human Village. Hi, Kelvin! While I might be a hypocrite for saying this, I still believe that yokai shouldn't wander around the human village in broad daylight. Don't worry, the humans at the village know me already. Really? Well, from a human's perspective, it does look like you have tried your best to assimilate into human society. In that case, I have no reason to exterminate you. However, you better make sure you don't cause any ruckus around here. If you do, I won't sit idle. I understand. So we have Kassen in the human village. We have Hideo no Akyu, who should be dead. I can't imagine what Gensokyo would look like in the future. Though I do have a feeling that both humans and yokai are going to flourish. Miss Orloy, how do you do? The Mistress of the Haida family? Greetings! Oh, this is the first time I've been called that. I've always wanted to visit your Izakaya as soon as you opened it at the Yokai Trail. Unfortunately, I'm not feeling too well recently. I've never found an appropriate opportunity. I also can't believe you really have another branch here at the Human Village. I heard rumors that Miss Akyu has poor health. Looks like it's real. Don't worry about the interview. You can interview me as much as you want once you feel better. Thank you so much for understanding. So when it comes to it, Kassen, is, a wild animal herder, so Akyu reincarnates, and she's also the, I just maintainer of the Gensou Chronicle, chronicling everything that goes on. We have, real quick, a farmer, who sells us a lot of good stuff here. Primarily more meats, in case I'm ever low on that. And just a variety of other items, which I'll buy. We also have Ringo and Seiran. Nobody knows Danjo's better than me. Only I can make something this delicious. I can buy Lunar Danjo and Ramune from them, so I might as well. Damn it, this bastard already won when it came to ability. It's practically cheating. Let me see, I did mochi, milk, and grapefruit juice. Which is chill. Yeah. They have their own shops here, which is really cute. And then, also, if I go up and around, ooh, there's Eds. I don't necessarily need Eds yet, though. But if I look, where is it? Kine! Kine Kamishiwawa. Kamishirasawa. I said that way too fast, and I flipped it. That's bad. The classroom feedback was not good today. I need to revise my lectures when I head back. Get operation permit for the human village. This person. I think I've seen her somewhere before. Although I don't think I know her well. Whatever. I better keep a low profile here in the human village. Where's your manners? Did you forget how to say hello? Were you talking to me? Don't you remember me? We met each other before during the Eternal Night incident. I kind of remember now. Are you that Hakutaku? That's right. Do forgive me for calling you out, but where did you get that ginkgo leaf? Huh? How did you know I was carrying a ginkgo leaf? This is from the prologue, people. This is called foreshadowing and Chekhov's ginkgo leaf. May I see it? Sure. Of course. Here you go. Isn't it a pretty leaf? As expected. This power is mine. But why would you have a token that carries my power? For reference, we had that prologue with, one very hungry ghost eating up the restaurant and destroying Gensokyo. And we had a very specific Hakutaku come up and erase history, rather. Kata's ability, of course, is to eat history. As if it never happened. What are you talking about? Are you trying to take my leaf away? Please don't be alarmed. That is not my intention. I'll return it to its proper owner right now. Well, it's not like I'm stingy or anything like that. It's just that I feel this leaf is very important, which is why Do you remember where you found it? I don't remember. Oh, never mind. We'll figure it out someday. By the way, I think I've seen you before somewhere else. Didn't I just tell you? We met each other during the Eternal Night incident. Is that so? So, Nanaka, you feel kind of different. You would have seen my Hatutaku form back then, I think. The appearance you see now is my human form. Please excuse me for not properly introducing myself. My name is Kamishirasawa Kane, and I'm half human, half Hatutaku. So you were a werebeast. That's convenient. And that's why you can walk around in a human village without a disguise, despite being a yokai. There are actually a few yokai living in disguise in the village. Yeah, I mean, Ringo and Seiron are here, but they aren't going disguised. Mamizo kinda comes around every now and then. However... And also, I guess you could count to an extent, you know, one of our premier guys, Renosuke. The reason I'm here is because I must teach and educate the children. Huh? So, Nanaka, does that mean you're the person handling Miko duty in the village? I don't really like that title. But due to the laziness of that Miko, I did take over her Miko jobs over here in the village. Actually, I have a favor to ask of you, Kane-sensei. Please help me. Huh? As you've just said, if there are quite a few yokai living in the village, then may I open my Izakaya here too? Isn't that just a couple yokai in the class? Cherno and the Blood Lady? Yeah, there's Cherno, Riddle, and Rumia there as cameos. You may. Just don't be too conspicuous. Especially, no alcohol for minors. That's great news. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And? Whatever it is, please go ahead. And the next time you see me, remember to greet me properly. Yes, Kane-sensei. So, I'll open the Izakaya at the Yokai Trail one last time today. Tomorrow, I'll move to the new world. Hey, I think it could all go well. Yeah, we have Kine. You can get ginger nuts as a delicacy, and we have a Vinter here, who sells more different drinks. Umeshu, Zun Beer, Senjetsui, and Mio. I love Zun Beer, because one, it's Zun Beer, and also two, it's funny that Zun, of course, you know, is being referenced here to an extent, and at the same time too, if you didn't know, Zun has his own brewing company, which is hilarious for him. But if we go around, the last major NPC that we need to talk about here is on the other side. Really quick, I tried to use the map to fast travel back to the center point of the human village. That's what Mystia was going on about. If she's in the same place, she doesn't have to travel. We have one last shopkeeper in Renosuke down here. Oh, welcome. How may I help you? Now, Renosuke is a very special person for merchandise and Korindo. He sells random items day by day in the merchandise tab, but he also has kitchenware, which is very, 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 very good. The main thing, of course, with his kitchenware, you can see you can buy regular items, you can buy better items, and you can even buy specific currency things or so. You can see here, for example, he has 4 different types of things. He has regular items, regular, I guess, kitchenware. He has super ones. You can see here, dishes cook 5% faster, guests are 3% more likely to make follow-up orders, and then extremes, which go up to 10 and 8 respectively. You also have Night Sparrow stuff, which is free but costs cat coins that we've been getting from completing quests. This is now 25% longer to cook, but cuisines made during hyper mode ignore rare customers' orders. Instead, they will review them on their own preference. Only Mystia can activate this effect. So I'll go over that last thing. But the main thing is, if I can't fulfill a specific order for customers I don't have cuisines yet, for instance, like if somebody's asking for something that's like popular and I don't have any popular foods, I can put something on Night Sparrow items when I'm in hyper mode, and they'll just grade it on what they like in general, rather than adhering to their item. That, and I can buy with different coins and whatever stuff like this or so, different premium coins, things like outfits and all, but I need to actually have that stuff. Where do I get these coins? Later on. But at least, you know, you can see here, it would cost 25 coins, I don't have that. The least I can do is potentially buy up. Now you can see here, it's gonna cost, like, some, like, yen, actually, or so, and better items. So the main thing is, I do just want to buy up more kitchenware to begin with. So buy up little bits to start. And I could buy the Night Sparrow stuff here, quite frankly. Gets me up to 35, so I might as well. I do want to save, though, but the main thing is, as we unlock the Human Village, we also have access to the first DLCs of the Forest of Magic and the Yokai Mountain. I'll explore those later on in time, but for now, let's just start in the Human Village for what we cannot get. Just for the sake of one area at a time, rather than exploring all of our options. So the other things I can still get around here would be these produce spots, as you saw. And then I can also go up and around. I could steal the eggs from this coop if I want. And then there's some watering hole spots that I can gather from as well. Oh, if more of them would spawn. Otherwise, I might go back to the Yokai Trail. Hilariously. Seaweed. I mean, there's only 2 more spots to gather from. Let's go to the Yokai Trail. So, something new from Kyoto. Guro Indo! Have you seen that antique shop at the side of the village, Misty? The guy who runs that place has no idea what he's doing. He simply does whatever he feels like, and no one even knows what it's on his mind. However, his shop occasionally sells some peculiar ingredients and drinks. Also, stations with special features and other odd items. You don't even need to pay for some of them. Just trade them with items like rots, talismans, fraud coins, etc. Oh yeah, I passed by the shop the other day and there were a ton of beautiful outfits too. I had no idea where he got them. I mean, if I didn't know better, I'd say they were tailor-made for you. By the way, I hear from some visitors that the shopkeeper issues vouchers sometimes. Although these vouchers, like the 10 years newspapers, are mostly only good for cleaning windows. If there's anything you need to buy, you can save some of those vouchers. It'll save you quite a lot of money. Is this girl supposed to be a puppy girl or something? Kyoto is, like, a dog to an extent, I suppose, species-wise or so. Let me look it up real quick, because I can't recall. I just remember her power, which is echoes. Kyoto, Toho. Yamabito! Yamabito is kind of like an echo, like a yokai that embodies echoing exactly so. Yeah, her ability is based on echoes altogether. I mean, yeah, she does give that off more coded more than anything. That's right, shut up. I don't have to say that out loud, I don't have to stand for this, y'all. I do not have to stand for this. I don't have to stand for you calling me out like that. Oh, I forgot to select Kyoko in the menu. Can I go back? Ah, shoot. I forgot to hire Kyoko. Well, it's gonna be me on my own today, huh? Shit. Well, the main thing that Kyoko had before is that you have to hire her. Now, in accordance with the Myorin Temple. To where she will take, you can either make full profits by serving by yourself, or you can exactly so do that of hiring her. So we'll take 5% of her profits, but she can do other things around the Izakaya to help out, which is really cool. Alright, let's mix up our menu a little bit today. Let's get 2 pots, 2 pans, and 2 cutting boards, and let's do this. World Lost save, I'd have to do the entire day again, and I'd rather not do that. Have you made up your mind yet? We've decided to open our Izakaya in the village. I'll leave the rest to you then. I'll be smooth. Leave it all to me. I'll get going right now and work out the project for you. You can trust the construction team. Alright. Oh, it's a one-man show tonight. Alrighty, let's do this thing. Pick up a storm, Cruzy. You gotta prepare everything. At the very least, having 2 of each utensil is gonna be way better if I want to salvage my supply, like you're seeing here. Which will be great. Not having Kyoto for the drinks is gonna be a blow to my overall productivity, but it's not gonna be the worst thing in all of human history. Just have to be a little bit more on top of it. Alright, hyper mode already activated, so let's just keep picking up everything that we can. I'd say let's go with 3 of everything. So that would be a good holdover when it comes to it then. So I have to get all the drinks too, because no Kyoto, unfortunately. I shouldn't complain too much though. Good. I just really do hope that I do get Riddle in. That way I can get a lot more people, because even with it just being me, I need these nights to pop off. Just because my spending is gonna go through the roof with the new DLC areas. Zune beer wanted, and Zune beer given. Good. Nice. Hyper mode will run out in time. That's not a problem. Fact is, I need more clientele to keep sitting. Go! Go, 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 go! I'm actually gonna run out of Zune beer really fast at this rate, considering how everybody just keeps wanting it only. Nice. D3, if you're still around, main thing that comes to my mind was you talking about, yeah, modding yourself in. The mods themselves is really like, you saw the sprite seats, and it's on the Spriter's resource too, that it's pretty easy to put yourself in if you'd want to at that point. You just, you know, have to do the yard, or you can just pull your Rabbit and Steel mod, like you said, and then you can just kind of chill. It'd be more fun to have more custom characters that are just, you know, us and our friends to do so, don't you think? Still need to do some art for a few other friends thinking about it too when it comes to it. Fruity Highball? They still have some Valhalla sprites that I need to make for some people. That'll be in time. You want Umeshu. Rumia. You want something filling on a full stomach. In that case, then Onigiri is filling. Good. You want something bitter. Yeah, let's stay with the Zune beer for the moment. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. What's next? I need to get tofu and some sparrow satay. Rumi, I want something bitter and something strange. I want something bitter, so let's take you fitness and see how you like it. Otherwise, let's get potato croquettes. Something strange, so I put the cicada slows in, which is great. Shen's here. Only very tasty. Okay, fair enough. 1, 2. You want something fruity, and you want fish. Copy that, then. You want greasy, so I can put that in. And you want fish, so let's do so. Nice. Good. Onigiri next. Green tea. 1 and 2. More onigiri as always. Croquette goes next. 1. Dump. Put the soup in. I need green tea and some sparrow satay. Great. Laughing at the tactical food. The toss serving is great, and I love it so much. Umeshu. Plus, imagine if I had to dino dash it out whenever I don't have my hyper mode, which really would suck. You want something abnormal and chillable. So let us get you. Let's get Negroni. Not to satisfy you. Then for Riddle. You don't want anything mild. Sweet peculiar meat raw. Sweet peculiar meat raw. Let's try filling with you. That'll be good. Riddle showed up halfway through the shift. Not the worst ever, but hopefully it can satisfy her well. Because I want that Firefly Festival to absolutely be going off for us. So you only ate one thing, which is totally fine as well. 1, 2, 1, 2. Spare Sake next. 1, 2. Great. 1, 2. Yep, everybody wants onigiri now. I need 2 fruity highballs. Number 3, and then number 6. My toss saving just went out, so I do need to Dino Dash now. At the very least, it's not too crowded at the moment. Table number 3 has onigiri. Table number 6 has my tofu. Croquette next, and then I need to get the boards going. They're 2 and 3. Toss serving is going to speed me up exponentially. Wonderful. 6, 3, highball. Next. Do I have any more onigiri in the fridge? No, I do not. I need to prepare more onigiri then. Put you in. Need 1, 2. 1. This is 2. Good. Day's almost over. Not the worst ever. I feel like there could have definitely been a lot more made out of my funding here. Oh, put myself to sweet pointing Misties. That was so nice, and I will say, I thought I was gonna yap more. The fact is, I'm both yawning and also realizing how much I taught at work today, that I am properly tuckered out in that sense. Or so. I am not as active as I would normally be. Which isn't a bad thing. It is a chiller stream that I was expecting to put myself in. But I'm just kind of vibing. That, and also I feel my throat's dry and I don't want to keep taking sips of water every 5 seconds. Actually, I have some cough drops in it. This might be better for my health in that case if I just get it real quick. Green tea. Serve you up. Going through the tofu pretty fast, but the night's almost over. Alright, I got some Ricola, so I can actually just chug that. That can go. Good, good, good. Spare sake and some highball. Everybody transitioned from wanting the Zune beer to the highball, which is not a problem. It's just, interesting to see the drinking change around. Alright. Just one more person tonight then, it seems. A lot of food's gonna go to waste, unfortunately, but I thought we'd have a more varied clientele for what they need. Here you go, ma'am. Speaking of food, I do think on the IRL side, I bought some new things that I was going home today. Both because with a potential winter storm coming up or so, we don't know when we might be able to get a good clean grocery run without the roads icing over. But also on my own side, I've been craving Chinese recently, because maybe like the last time that we had Chinese was really 6 days ago, a week ago for New Year's. And it got me thinking, one thing that we really like in our family is like a few solid staples like pan-fried house noodles, for example. And to that end, I kind of want to cook it myself. And, try to see if I can make my own taste. So I am buying up many ingredients for certain dishes like that or so. After that, I assume you'll be moving to the human village and open your izakaya there. Huh? Oh, of course. Remember to come back to Yokai Trail once in a while. Although your food's just so-so, it's better than nothing. Sure thing. Chen, I'll work hard to come up with more fish dishes. And so now, we'll have a second izakaya in the human village. Be wonderful. Oh, the doctor goes bad in the fridge after a little bit then. So, net profit, after all my spending, did go down, but it's not the biggest deal ever. Alright. So we have a lot on a notebook here. Seems like sea delicacies are unpopular. Eating seafood causes skin allergies. A patient from the human village complains about the tragedy. Oh well, we're not stewards yet. I'm down to like 8, I'll be honest with you, Crimson. DLC ticket holders can now visit the Yokai Mountain in the Forest of Magic. There are rumors going around saying that you can visit the Yokai Mountain in the Forest of Magic freely as long as you have something called the DLC 1 ticket. People will offer a free vegetable picking program. Some residents and voters are willing to offer the fruit and vegetable picking for free, so don't miss out. New Izakaya at the Human Village. The Unlicensed Izakaya has branched out into the Human Village. Residents look forward to an even more eventful nightlife henceforth. Miss Atsuwashi. I'm a fan of the author Agatha Christie, and I'm willing to buy anything related to her, rich rewards included. Come find me if you're serious. There's a lot of stuff for the Human Village coming up soon enough now. So let's do our part to explore bits and pieces, and I pressed the wrong thing. I don't mean to go to Spiritoon. I hope you're doing well, Crimson. Alright, as always, chat with the locals, invite Riddle, because I would like to bulk up my usual clientele. Sparrow Sake grabbed. And spend some time around here, so I want to split some time at the Human Village and at the DLC spots. It's exactly so. If it was base game, I'd just have the 2 locations, but Misty's Izakaya has been around for a good bit. I think there's 5 DLC paths. And to that end here, there is different locations that we can, you know, shop around and chill out with and just kind of see. Which is really cool. So we'll go to the Forest of Magic next. First and foremost, we have things that we can talk to for Chen. My kitties have been hungry for grilled fish recently. If you can help bring some of these dishes, I'll help you explain your storefront in the Human Village again. And for the Yokai Trail. Exactly so. I can go ahead, keep upgrading my Izakaya at certain locations if I want. So to that end, I can make aquatic and small portion dishes. So if I have anything that fits both of those, aquatic and small portion, then I can make those and upgrade my Izakaya at each location on that end. Which is fiscrest right now, so let me make some of them and then spend some of my money. Tired but doing well. How about you? About the same or so. Before we came around, I literally just popped a... what's his face here? A cough drop into my mouth because my throat's been dry after talking a lot today. I hope you chill out, Crimson. I hope you do, and just enjoy the yapping. They did have some things I did want to talk about here, to this extent. This will be fun and chill and nice, you know? That, or... if you want, we have 3 people out of 4 for Earns Juice, as always, but that's generally the running joke I feel with us here. So I have a decent amount of money, of 5k, and the debt is in 2 weeks. So I can honestly go ahead and just do things like upgrade the Human Village card for the future, and I want to do that. Kind of small, but full of energy. Isn't it like your Izakaya? So according to our contract, I'll help you expand your Izakaya, but remember to work hard and pay me back, okay? So the main thing that I just did right there is that yes, the Human Village Izakaya, whenever you get a new Izakaya, you will only it will only be level 1 to start. You have to keep manually upgrading each Izakaya on its own. So to that end, I'm doing my part in trying to make sure that both Izakayas, the Yokai Trail and the Human Village will be level 2 then. Otherwise, the Yokai branch, as you can see, would be up to, what's his face? Up to level 3 then in the future. But for now, to the Human Village. So first and foremost, talk to the usual people here. Miss Haida, if you don't feel well, why don't you stay in bed and rest? It's actually very tiring laying in bed all day. We have lovely weather out here, and it's good for my health to come out and have some fresh air. The air in the village is not as damp as the air in the Yokai Trail. It smells like sunshine. It indeed is quite comforting. Here we go. Let's go down and talk to Kassen. Hermit. Miss Kassen, are you going somewhere? Ah, that's right. I'm heading to the shrine. Do you mean the Chartreuse shrine? Did something happen there? Not really. I'm just heading there to check if Reimu is still training hard. Miss Kassen, you really care about Miss Reimu, don't you? If you read Wild and Horned Hermit, then you would know a lot more about their relationship. current Hattori maker leaves a lazy and snobbish impression to others. I can't let that kind of reputation slide. Really, thank you for your hard work. It looks like Miss Carson gives Miss Raimi a rough time. Even though we're yokai, we're actually human special guests. Like, we have a few quests exactly so here, but first and foremost, Renosuke, what do you got? Honey, sticky rice, I think I'll buy, and more bamboo, I will gladly take. Let's start with that at Kuro window. I'm a super fan of Athena Christiu. If you can find anything, and I mean everything, from her, please give it to me. I'll give you something worth your time. No, exactly so. This person here has something for getting signed washi. How do you get this? Well, Agatha Christiu is a pen name by Akyu. They know Akyu, as you can kind of hear from that, and also a joke on Agatha Christie. So, if I can serve her well, then maybe I'll get that going. Hello, owner of the Izakaya. I saw in the newspaper that you needed help. You tell me more. Okay, so one of my husband's acquaintances is coming to visit us in the coming days. My husband told me that his friend is a sommelier. Unfortunately, I'm not a drinker myself, so I don't know what drinks to give him when he comes. You asked the right person! I am quite experienced with all kinds of alcohol. That's great. However, if the alcohol content is too high and they get drunk halfway through, let's just say I want to avoid that at all costs. Medium alcohol content. Great for hosting important guests. Ah, I have an idea. What idea do you have, Misty? A sparrow sake. Have they already tried the drink I brought last time? Did they like it? Although I'm not an expert when it comes to alcohol, I do believe they enjoyed it. Thank you very much. That's great. I also saw this kind of drink in my Izakaya. You and your husband are welcome there at any time. Got some coins and cassia wine. So those coins are exactly so for Kuro Indo. So, Renosuke, I'm bothering you again. For 5 to 8, I can't afford. Didn't buy stuff to listen to at the phonograph, but it's not necessarily what I need. Alright, so let's go talk to Kene. So now that I've met her at the tree, she'll be up here at the human school at all times. Is something bothering you? Why not want to immerse yourself in study and forget all the negative thoughts? Kene-sensei, hello! Hello? What's the matter? Last time I taught, I saw my students waving a strange-looking feather. Now that I see it, is that the feather from your wing? Those were your students all along? Please tell them to stop picking my feathers in the future. At this rate, I'll be a featherless chicken. I am so sorry. I will scold them immediately. We got that. Let's walk around for just a little bit here. So our next Sparrow Izakaya will be here in the future. And, once again, we have a new locale to pick at as well. Actually, I want to buy stuff from the Vinter real quick before I forget. Yoink! Buy all that stuff, because I don't want to run out of Zoom beer. And honestly, if I leave green tea off the menu for no alcohol content, well then, actually that might bar some customers. I think I'd rather keep it on. Rather keep a no alcohol at the very least. One time at a high school I worked at, I got thrown out of the local zoo and banned for together because they killed the tiger. People are stupid. But anyway, near Kuro Indo, you can see I can travel to the first DLC area of the Forest of Magic, which is wonderful to explore at, of course, because there's new things to pick around. You got people like fairies around, and etc, etc, etc. For example, we have Narumi, stillness like earth, profundity like hidden treasure. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that, honestly, altogether, because, like, zoo animals, people don't have any respect for them, which is very sad. It's annoying to see, and it's just... Ah, dude, that just sucks. Not me. Ah, there's a Jesus statue here. Pretty rare seeing one. Might as well just make a wish while I'm at it. Jizo Buddha, please bless me with a lot of money. If it's that easy, then I want to make a wish too. Ah! Jizo Buddha actually showed up! Unfortunately, Jizo are not required to help yokai. No! If you don't know Toho, Narumi is literally a Jizo Buddha statue that has come to life due to being in the forest of magic, just being surrounded by it or so. But some mushrooms will quit. In the forest of magic, we also have some other people around, such as... Marissa! This tree's flowers here have a really special color. Marissa Chirasame. Mystia, what are you doing at my house? Huh? Miss Marissa? Ah, you must be here for a commission, right? Commission? Yeah! To come all the way here, it must be urgent business, right? My Chirasame magic shop is home to all kinds of things. Whatever you need, I'll take care of it. That's not it. I'm just here to browse. Even if you're just browsing, since you're here, why don't you just commission me? What to commission? Alright. Since you're the first customer of the day, I'll give you a discount. Doesn't look like you get customers. Don't look down on me. I got a big deal some time ago. Wow, that's impressive. What was it? It was a super amazing deal that only a great magician like me could have done. How big was it? Oh, probably as big as a star. A star? That doesn't sound very big. I guess I jinxed myself. Huh? It was nothing. Well, it looks like we won't be open for today. I guess my efforts were in vain. Sorry. Whatever. Since I don't have anything to do, I'll go play with Reimu. Take care. You're not gonna leave? It's still early. I don't usually come here, so I'd like to take a little stroll. The forest isn't a place for a stroll lately. What's been going on lately? Well, I'm not sure. I think the forest just hasn't been peaceful lately. What? That's weird. Anyway, if you have nothing else to do, don't just come hang out here. It's not a safe place. Really? I think it's a nice place. There's so many resources around, I was thinking of opening an Izakaya here. Huh? I don't think it's impossible. No, please come and open up a shop here. The forest has a lot of resources that will greatly reduce the cost of opening an Izakaya. That's the opposite of what you were saying earlier. You're quick to change your mind. Look, if you open a shop in the forest, then I'll be able to treat myself every day. I remember that Miss Marissa is quite a good cook as well, right? That's why I can't help it. I'm sure it's better to eat food without having to do the work. Especially after a night of doing magical experiments. I'm always hungry and tired by then that I can't get excited about cooking myself. Yeah, if I'm cooking for fun, or like, yeah, cooking when I'm not hungry, it feels great. If I'm cooking when I'm hungry, then I'm like, this is just me fulfilling my needs. I always have to go so far to get a midnight snack. I didn't expect you wanted to open a shop in the forest. I welcome you with my broom. Thanks, but it's just an idea. I don't have any concrete plans yet. You can't just disappoint me like this twice in a row now, can you? This isn't something that can be decided immediately. Things like deciding the site and the construction costs all need money and time. These are small things. I have a way to open up the shop at the lowest cost. What's your solution? There's an herbalist magician living in the forest who can manipulate dolls to work for her. If you can talk her into helping, you'll be able to save a lot of the work. Herbalist? She's been experimenting with the Goliath doll project for the past few years and recently made a giant doll. Sounds like something very precious. Will she really agree to it that easily? I've been friends with her for a long time, so I'll ask her. She'll do me a favor, so I'll take care of it. Thank you for helping. Let me catch up on what you guys are saying in the chat. They're harassing it to the point that high schools need to remove it from the census. Trouble is the tiger tripped and snapped its net. Ooh, yeah. They're also nice to go to people that don't want to let them just exist. Most exhibits are they wouldn't take photos for a reason. Most animals would get stressed if they aren't prepared for people. That sucks so much. Yeah, unfortunately, I feel in this day and age of, you know, social media, that only emboldens people to try to be stupid. And when it's something unknown, you know, something they wouldn't see in normal everyday life, guess what that is? That means it's exotic to people. And to that end, they feel like they need to, like, show it off or do ridiculous stuff. I mean, you know, there's a lot of bad things that's come around from people just being stupid at zoos or not respecting nature. But frankly, the animals are there as, you know, to live as part of a big program or so. I've had a bunch of my close friends who've worked at zoos before, and there's a lot that goes into, like, maintaining, like, the animals that you have, or, you know, how much, like, there is when it comes to actually even getting animals over. For example, pandas, when they came around to the closest zoo to my city or so, like, talking to my friends who worked at it there, this is kind of like inside information or so, but, like, because I think they're more protected species on the lines or so like that or so, there's a lot of paperwork and very strict deadlines and everything like that or so that need to be met with. Alright, they get to stay at this zoo, but it's really like, it's like a sports player. They're here for this amount of time. Once the contract's over, we gotta take them back. They are in your care. You gotta respect them. And there's a lot that goes into taking care of the animals. So for people, when it comes to just disrespecting them straight up, I have no respect for them in general. Both at the zoo or just, you know, as a person. Let's just be honest here. I'm back. I brought someone. Hello. Alice. Are you the yokai who runs the Izakaya? I didn't expect it to be a weekend, right, Sparrow? Is something strange happening? Something strange? It's alright. We're still with you. Haven't you caused enough trouble already? You're always doing things impulsively. And when you get in trouble, someone else has to clean up. On second thought, it's probably best not to get involved. Proprietress, you best not listen to her either. Hey. Don't say that. We're here already, so let's just hear what she has to say. Miss Marissa, didn't you say you two had a deep friendship? Why do I feel... Okay, leave it to me. Never mind. How did you come up with the idea of opening up an izakaya in the forest? Actually, I just mentioned it casually. It was Miss Marissa who tried her best to make it come true. What are you thinking of doing now? You got it all wrong. I was just hoping to have a relaxing meal from time to time. It would help to clear my fatigue whenever I feel tired and hungry after a long day of experiments. You just want to make some money and disappear. You don't really want to eat. That's not it. I haven't even tasted Mystia's cooking. She may look like the bird brain, but she's a pretty good cook. Why is bird brain a derogatory term? I'm not like you. I can just use magic to sustain myself even if I don't eat or drink. Because you have to remember, magicians are a species in Toho. And they may look human, but they do not have to function by human rules. Eat, drink, sleep, or anything like that. Marissa is a magician practicing, but she's still human. Practicing magician, but she's human, so she still has to abide by that. But you still eat and sleep like a human. Don't act tough. It's not like I don't know. Good! Now bring out those large dolls you made to help. Magic is a result of countless experiments. Don't be so hesitant to give up such a rare opportunity for practice. There is some truth to what you said. Well, wait, you started this, so why is it only me that's helping? You have to take some responsibility too now, right? Alright, I'll handle the building materials. Ah! I can't believe that you're actually using the materials you picked up. Hey, Mystia, you at the shop built at no cost. Must be nice. Thank you very much. Okay, for all that's said and done, I'll agree to help you guys. Hopefully I'll get some good experimental data. Thank you, Miss Alice. Although materials are readily available, it will still take some effort. Maybe a day or two. Thank you for the hard work. I'll wait patiently. And we'll have 3 Izakaya locations opened up soon enough. Also have quests to do soon enough. Also, we have another merchant, Shanghai. Shanghai doll to buy things like an ice cream smoothie and some other stuff that I wouldn't get otherwise. Right, for Ein, there's coffee to buy. I will buy all your materials. Very much so. There's also an electrical pylon. And if we keep going up, you can go up to the Yokai Mountain later on too. But for now, let's talk to Alice and Marissa and get over with here. Miss Marissa, is it really true that your Kurosame magic shop accepts any and all requests? Of course! As long as it's related to magic. It doesn't matter if it's divination, finding lost pets, housekeeping, or solving incidents. I can do them all! Pretty sure only divination has something to do with magic. Everything else has nothing to do with it. It doesn't matter if the content of the request has nothing to do with magic. I'll complete the request with magic anyway, does it? Oh. So, do you have anything you need help with? Can I really ask anything? That's right! Anything! Okay. Well, you see, there's a lot of mushrooms here in the Forest of Magic. However, I have no idea which are edible and which are poisonous. This will take quite a while to explain. Are there any tips or tricks? Something like all dark-colored mushrooms are poisonous? Oh, slimy and rotting mushrooms are most likely poisonous. If you see signs of buds eating it, then that mushroom usually isn't poisonous. Right, that's what I want to know. Tell me more. There are a lot of sayings like that circulating around. Unfortunately, most of them are unreliable. Huh? Some edible mushrooms are indistinguishable from their poisonous counterparts. You can't always tell them apart just based on looks. Best tip is to avoid touching any mushrooms you can't identify. Okay. Well, I can't tell you how to easily identify edible mushrooms, but I'm guessing that you want to know this because you want to use them as your ingredients, right? Of course. There are so many mushrooms here at the Forest of Magic. But if I ever serve poisonous mushrooms, then my career as a proprietress would be over. Simple. I can pick mushrooms with you. I can guarantee your mushrooms will be safe and edible. Great. Let's get going right away. What's the rush? The forest is quite big, you know. Let's start working after we both had a full stomach. Good idea. I'm kind of hungry as well. However, all I have is some leftover mushrooms. You get some meat from me and I'll show you a simple recipe. On it. There's a pair of claws that had the same thing as nearing the summer. Yeah, certain species when it comes to that lone leash. Or so to an extent, Marissa, I told you Marissa. Well, I'm never gonna recover from this, sorry. That's how it goes. Give 3 port. Hi, Trims. God, I'm mixing up every name. Y'all can't have K's. Hi, Kappa. Give them a nice taste test. I'm sure the ones that stole on it are perfectly fine. Don't. Great. Those ingredients should be enough. Let's make do with a pork and mushroom stir fry. Ah, that's a very simple home recipe. Simple yet delicious. Just a moment. It won't take long. And it's done. Hurry, we still have to pick mushrooms afterwards. I'm digging in. Itadakimasu. Oh, hold on. Might not be a bad idea to introduce this recipe to my Izakaya. So now we got that, and like usual, we have a quest to have Marissa try it out when she does visit around or so. But we have that, and then, of course, we have Alice to talk to. But I hope you're doing well, Kappa. It's a Izakaya night, as you can see. The number of people getting lost is increasing quickly. Is it because the fairies have been causing trouble? Miss Alice, both Miss Marissa and you are magicians. Why are you considered a yokai while she is still considered a human? She didn't even learn abandoned food magic. There's no way she can be considered as an actual magician. Abandoned food magic? There are 2 kinds of magicians. Some are natural born. The others are original humans who became magicians through training and research. Those who are born as magicians can utilize magic at birth. However, they too can die at old age and disease. They have to master the abandoned worms magic to be considered as an authentic magician. For humans, they must master the abandoned food magic, which allows them to consume magic instead of food. Only then can they be considered as an authentic magician. So what kinds of magicians are Miss Marissa and you? I'm the latter kind. I was once a human. For Marissa, she's only an apprentice right now. Yeah, kind of like I explained earlier, for the difference in magicians. That means Marissa still has a long way to go. Abandoned worms? I mean, I guess. Abandoned things that shadow your body down. They were surprisingly really good for once. Well, that's good to hear then. It makes me think, with the new year, I've seen a lot of posts on social media about people kind of doing the kind of things of cataloging, like, every day of the calendar, like color-coding, saying if it was a good day or a bad day. Which I find interesting, I maybe should do. Miss Marissa, why is this forest known as the Forest of Magic? Oh, this forest doesn't get a lot of sunlight. It's damp and dark here, which makes it a perfect place for fungi. What about it? While some mushrooms are edible, most of them can induce hallucination. Just approaching them will make people dizzy. It's kind of like being under a spell. That's why people call this place the Forest of Magic. Those mushrooms sure are dangerous. However, don't forget that those mushrooms can help improve magic for magicians. That's why there's so many of them living here. And that's why I love this game, because you get little tidbits like that or so. Like, yeah, you can just kind of offhandedly learn from, like, novels or so, or, like, official manga, on what's the distinction for magicians, for instance. But you can get it firsthand from here. Oh, it's a fan game, but, you know, firsthand enough. Or also other small things. That, yeah, the Forest of Magic is just an ingrained setting, but it's also, as well, it is also, known from Marissa's explanation. As you can see, the Yokai and the Human Village are our 2 locations, and since I paid for the upgrade, the Human Village is up to 6 tables as well. Now, before I forget, we can choose Kyoko as a partner, as you can see here. Kyoko Kasodani. She's an honest and optimistic Yamabito who's been living in the mountain valley since ancient times. I heard she joined the temple because she was disappointed at that humans are becoming increasingly more scientific. We became best friends a few years ago due to our shared interest in music, the heavy metal. So you can see here, revenues paid to partner is 5% of my total earnings, and she can either be a chef, a waiter, or a barmaid. So far, Kyoko has been a barmaid for us by default, but, you know, thanks to the Myoran Temple saying that she has to collect commissions, we have to pay her for it, or I could just have it empty. She can be a chef to cook dishes that would be ordered by normal customers and put them in. She can be a waiter to get those dishes that I put in the fridge, or a barmaid to get drinks. So for now, I'll keep her as a barmaid. And we'll go to the Human Village for tonight. Let's do that through Pitman Bloom. Yesterday was pretty bad, but today was great. There you go, there you go. Hey, let me get some water real quick, because that was a lot of talking. This will be its own episode, because it'll already 30 minutes past today. And I still have to do the Moria Shrine after this, too. Okay. So, I got roasted mushrooms. Sorry, I went to eat something as well. Oh, DM. But when it comes to it, we got ported mushroom stir fry as one dish, and we also have our roasted mushrooms as well to consider. So we've got things cut out for us here, but let's try to perk up our finances. Let's go all in for our debut at the Human Village. Let's get the tonkatsu ramen right there. Chris, I only have 16 of them. Oh, that does make me a little bit more apprehensive. Power soup will be good. You never go wrong with the croquettes. And you know what's... Well, that's a lot of fried stuff, though, in the pan, though, and I don't have as much. Let's get the do-running eggs, then. And then, finally... I don't have bear paws so fast, though. I only have sits. Let's hit the rice balls, then, in that case. And then... I still don't really green tea. Because, you know, that's non-alcoholic, which is the big thing that I want to keep on mind. And I have some non-alcoholic stuff, but I feel like I'd run out so fast. Let's offer, though, because I feel like it at least maybe split. Let's like, put, like, milk here. And then let's change our drains. So let's get, like, some Mio. Sanjetsuri, Sparrowsate, Anu Meshu. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Then we go 2 pans, 2 pots, a steamer, and a cutting board. Good. And you just was that because I earned my Momo, my application for Momo was approved, voted out early for the best chance I got it. Super excited to host my first shoot. What are you hosting, my friend? What are you hosting? I hope you also bought your tickets too, considering how the price went up by 15 bucks since it last came out, you know? Let me take a look here. Oh, who I got this DM from. I'm just typing out as you do that. Don't need money for your ticket. We can have more. You're gonna be the host this time around? Ooh, fun. If I can, because I'm gonna be running that flan. I'm thinking about flan, or honestly, I could legitimately try to do another set of wings and do Misty. I want to print out ribbons for us all. If that comes to. So do include me in what I could potentially help, but I'll see what we can fit around. But I'd love to help you out however I can. Okay, I guess, yeah, because it is low start, I'm gonna have to play around with it then. I want to include another non-alcoholic, but yeah, the low start makes me more apprehensive, so let's just go in with Zun beer. Or, I have a lot of varied stuff. Let's put, like, the fruity sour on there. Right, we go on. So we are in the human village, complete with a new soundtrack and everything to listen to in time. For now, pick up one of everything to start. At least from the areas that I remember serving around in my offline, or like my first year playthrough of this, I do still think I love the Yokai Trail so much. It's just so nostalgic, and the ba-ba-ba-da-da-dum is so nice. And also, with us leveling up, I've unlocked a few new things, such as you can see, I can hold up to 3 things in my inventory now, and you saw as well that I can have 3 different foods. So 6 different drinks on the menu as opposed to 5. Which is wonderful to say the least. Okay, the sticky tofu's already way popular with this man here. Alright, serve these up. Get these ready. You want power soup? On the way, sir. Power soup. We have an order for the pork and mushroom stir fry. We could have so many of them to serve up. And Miss Kassen is here. Great. And of course, with the new locale means we need to understand our new round of customers and what they do or don't like. So I gotta go with my gut on what Kassen would like. Stir fry? Do you want something neat? So you want something Japanese. Japanese food are frequently favored by hermits. I want something neat, so let's get her sanjetsuri. Japanese will be fulfilled by the rice ball, obviously, so what would I like then? She's an oni, so maybe something good with alcohol is my guess. Okay, not too good with alcohol? Okay, well, let's try this for now, then. I'm gonna assume we can try sweet. Otherwise, let's try a few things here. Let's try the truffle just for the sake of, since it fulfills a lot of different things here. Maybe some, home cooking. Economical. There's a lot of tabs I can play around with. There's gotta be something that she does like out of it here, right? Try photogenic as well. There's a lot of things to just try around with. Now, let's serve up everything else, and let's see if you do like it, Kassen. She dislikes economical, she likes home cooking and mid-alcohol. And Kene is here too, great. And keep serving things up. So when it comes to, so far, Kassen, Japanese home cooking, but nothing economical. So she does like to have bigger portions, potentially, when it comes to it. Or something, you know, more fitting. She's not a cheapskate. So good to note for the future. Oop. There you go. Need power soup on the way. Yeah, what inspired you to do your own shoot? You want Chinese and sake. I mean, I have sake, yeah, we have dasai, so do enjoy it then. On something Chinese. Do I even have anything Chinese? I have stinky tofu. Gotcha. So what should I add? I'm assuming Kene, just for, you know, being half Hatakatu, to try something photogenic. Could do something fruity. I mean, this is, once again, that's gonna cover a lot of things just from the truffle itself. And do refreshing and spicy. Let's try things, let's just see, you know, once again, we gotta learn what our customers may or may not like. So she doesn't like large portions. Good to know for the future. So can't load up on everything, but I did that for more experimentation's sake more than anything. We need more ramen to come around. Toss you out, and Kitty's gone. Okay, so I'm not getting too much out of my specialty customers necessarily here. But the fact is, you know, this is a day one in the human village anyway, and I'm just learning about their preferences to even begin with, so I can start tailoring for the future. All in all, this was a pretty decent load too, it seems so far. I mean, 3 or 4 tables constantly is nothing to scoff at. I need to make power soup. Go ahead and make 2 for the future then. Because the soup does take a little bit, but it's not like I'm really skimped on table space. It's just good to have. Right, another ramen. Running up. I had hosted since I hasn't been an official Toho shoot in Momocon years. After participating in them, I want to try myself to say how much joy it brings me eating them. I want to do that for others. Copy that then. Copy that, copy that, copy that. Well, I do hope that you do have a good time. And once again, if there's any way I can help you, considering how I'm always gonna try to be going to every Momocon I can, just tell me, dearie. Because you know for a fact you have my full support and love in whatever I can do. Whether it be trying to help, like, organize, so leading people around, or if you need me to help you in just saying, alright, time to figure out how we can lead people around. Alright, the pork mushroom stir fry will be up for Marissa to try, so of course we're gonna give it to her. Need a power soup, which I do have. Marissa, what do you want, dear? Mushrooms and chobble. What do you like again, Marissa? You like greasy fungus Japanese. Well, greasy fungus. I don't think I have anything that constitutes Japanese here. I do think you like legendary though, so let's do that, and let's do... try spicy. Definitely think of giving you a holler if there's anything to think of. Yeah, I'm just putting myself out there once again for you. And you want something chillable. Well, let's give her something nice. You'd serve her a dasai for your first time in the human village. Let's do so. Lovely. Shooting star will get us 3 random mushrooms. And Akyu has come to the village. Ooh, toss serving. Great. And got a truffle bat too for my troubles. Nice, nice, nice. Power soup necessary. Yeah, we're doing what we can. Because this is a shared fandom that we both love, Kappa, and it's nothing greater than being able to support my friends in this way, of course. Alright, that goes out. Do I have any onigiri in the fridge? Yes, I do. Serve things out here. 1, 2. Atyu, White's cultural heritage, and sake. So what's that? Are some sanjetsuri and cultural heritage. That's a real good question. Cultural heritage? Where the heck is that tag? Where the heck is that tag, dude? I don't think I can fulfill that then. So what do I think would be good for Atyu? Let's try power soup. Let's do something sweet. Better something filling then. Because with her constitution, I think I want to give her something that gives her a lot of potential strength. I'm not gonna get to fulfill everything out of her, but I think that's a good cooking choice. Considering, you know, last year was the year that Hideo no Atyu dies! What a fun meme that the entire internet participated in when that came around. Alright, Atyu. This is that the power soup I made for you? Technically, yes. Alright. 1, 2. She doesn't like things that are hot. Okay, understandable in that case then. She likes soup and she likes something heatable, but not hot. So understand that then, and maybe if I can make something to cancel out the hot factor in the future. I got this, Kyoko. You're good. 8-5. Power soup. And some stinky tofu. But almost 2K in profits tonight is real nice and decent, I must say. I'm pretty happy in that. I'd say almost 2K. This is above 2K, but almost getting there to 3K would be real nice. I mean, income rather, not profits. I think, depending on how much I did spend, that's still in the air, rather. Good. Good though. Y'all want more soup? Come on! Nobody also bought any do-ready eggs this entire day here, which was also pissing me off. I had the steamer here, and I wasted a perfectly good amount of eggs preparing it for people, and nobody wanted anything. Fine enough, fine enough. Nice stuff, Cruzy. Good work today. Let's see here. And profits in the negative, but that's just due to expanding the brand, so that'll pay for itself in time, of course. Not bad though, not bad. Right. Give me a moment here, y'all. Stuff, and that I need to edit that out as one thing. That's almost 45 minutes by itself. Let's do one more day. Let's end at the Yokai Trail, and I'll consider that a successful day. First and foremost, Ojo-sama! Oh! Thank you for the redeem. Hey, one more day then. So, Marissa tried out the stir fries. That's great. I can continue to expand in the future at the Yokai Trail. And also the human voice, you can see, but that would be 5,000 for the Yokai Trail or 8,000 for the human village. So good things to note, good things to note. And for now, do our usual collectibles. Talk with our usual lovelies here. Here we go. I will always keep spending 30 minutes to invite you out, because if I can get... Oh, wait, what? 30 minutes, and what would be maybe up to like 5-ish on an average resources, for the fact of maybe getting the Firefly phenomenon to invite more people, that is huge profits. Huge. Also, I see you guys posting orange juice achievements in my little Discord there. Good thing I am not an achievement whore, because otherwise, you know, orange juice is a very intensive one, especially with all the DLC. You'd never get to complete the game since you always have to keep buying all the new DLC and everything like that or so then. I don't play OJ all that often. Well, at least you aren't playing it to be salty like I do. Miss Holloway, how do you do? The mistress of the Haida family? Oh, we've already had this one. Miss Haida, may I ask what song you were whistling just now? Did you hear she bit her tongue and she's waiting? I'm sorry. Was I not supposed to? No, it was just a little... Actually, forget about it. I'm sorry. I'm actually not a good magician. No, not at all. That music has a lovely tune. May I ask what's the name of that song? This song was performed by an orchestra. Orchestra? I didn't know Gensokyo has an orchestra. Well, the orchestra existed a long time on. Orchestra has almost completely disappeared in Gensokyo nowadays. Furthermore, I suspect the song actually didn't originate in Gensokyo. Unbelievable! Can I really not hear this kind of music anymore? Don't worry. I already have recorded their history in the Gensou Chronicle. That's great! However, isn't the Gensou Chronicle about yokai records? Can it record other things? That is a common misconception. The Gensou Chronicle records more than just yokai notable humans. It also records geography and information on Gensokyo's culture, including music. I see. Of course, the most important reason is because I really like music. I can't believe Miss Haida is a music enthusiast. Speaking of that, I have a favor to ask. Do go on. May I listen to that song? Of course. If you'd like, I could give you a copy of that sheet music as well. Thank you so much! Isn't it human tradition to give return gifts? I would like to give you something in return as well. Miss Orley, you have learned quite a lot about human culture since opening your Izakaya here at the human... However, I'm actually not really sure what I should give you, since you are the head of the affluent Haida family. If you really want to give a return gift, then how about making a dish for me? No problem, I'm really good at that. I have a recipe here. It'd be great if you could make it and give it to me when I'm done at your Izakaya. This is... miso tofu? Is it really okay for me to give you something so cheap? Delicious food is delicious regardless of its price. I see. I won't let you down. So we have miso tofu now as part of our recipes. Which is just tofu. Great! Congrats on you right there. Looking through and notice the pattern. I don't play OJ that often. I wish there's more to it, though I do like the Pizza Tower Music Pack. I mean, it's an acquired taste, and that's not to take away or detract from anything. It's just, you know, it's a specific type of board game, and not everybody's gonna get the same kits out of it when it comes to it, you know? That's just, you know, how the cookie crumbles. I keep checking back here as if my thing's changing or anything like that or so. Asen, come here. We already talked about this, but now we have our quest. I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought I would. Well, I've hooked you in, and guess what? I'm ending off stream after this night, so we going for day 3? Night 3? We got you and Crimson here. I could ping Ein again and be absolutely annoying and make him hate me. Miss Kassen, hello? If it isn't the owner of the Izakaya, hello? You're a glutton for punishment? Well, if you guys want to play tonight, ping Ein on my behalf since I'm streaming, smile. Well, in that case, I'll get going soon? Please wait a moment. Is it just me? You look nervous. I'm not? Forget it. How's business? Thanks to you, it's pretty decent. Huh. By the way, are you really going to keep opening your Izakaya? Of course? That's worrisome. But You're yokai and people here are humans. Do you understand? Of course I know that. No, you don't fully understand. This means in reality, you are serving food to your food. And humans just outright accepted it. That's way too strange. You are a yokai after all. I know I'm a yokai, but you don't have to keep repeating it. During the couple hundred years I left, the entire world really turned upside down. The shrine became a gathering spot for yokai, and yokai came to the human village for business. Vikos and yokai. They all forget who they truly are. She's going non-stop. Hermits really like to lecture people, don't they? That's why I really don't want to chat with her. Hey, are you even listening? I'm listening? That simply lecturing you is not enough. You want to fight? We're still at the human village! What were you even thinking? Do I look like I resort to violence whenever possible? And what do you want? Because I still don't trust you. I'll frequently visit the human village to make sure you don't never cause any trouble. Of course, my goal is to avoid and minimize all conflicts. If someone is trying to mess with you, I'll stop them as well. I don't need that. There won't be any troublemakers in my Izakaya either. Looks like you don't trust me either. Here, eat this simple recipe. Think of it as an olive branch. Why don't you give it a try? Thank you? Tofu stew. Sarkassen needs to try this, which is also tofu in the pot as well. So we have a lot more pot recipes. Down for it whenever. I mean, I want to have a full house as always, so that's my breaking point right there. And alright, we just got to ping Ein. Oh, Ein! Time for your daily orange juice night! Let's see. Seiran, I would like to buy the milk and the grapefruit juice. The Danyo goes bad at the day, so I'd rather not. The Danyo, I think, goes bad too, so let's just buy the Ramune. Mystia Izakai's charm with all the interactions. It's great because you get, like, understand, it is heralded as a great game both on itself and also how much it gives so much more perspective from a Toho character that's, you know, hasn't been as represented necessarily, even though there's a lot of good, like, fandom about her running in Izakaya, to get to have this, and all the character interactions are very much so in tune with how they would act, / referencing other events, so like, Kade and Mystia's first interactions, of course, too, and it's just so sweet and so charming, and it's just a pleasant game. Kassen has a nice design. Well, you should know that she actually has her own manga, Wild and Horned Hermit, which is where she debuted in, and focuses entirely around her and how she interacts with the residents of Gensokyo. Which is great, of course. I read all of it a good while ago. I actually need to read Forbidden Story, because that focuses around Kusuzu, and I've only read like volume 1 of it or so. But you can read that and get a real good intro to it. Not to mention as well, what's his face, with how those are official mangas. So, Kaden, is something bothering you? Why not learn to immerse yourself in study and forget all the negative thoughts? Hey, Sensei, I'm here again. Sorry, I'm about to start teaching soon. I thought it wasn't class time yet. I like to reach the classroom a little bit earlier. But not all students will have arrived there, right? Don't worry, I can wait. As an adult and their teacher, I want to teach them the importance of punctuality by making an example for them. Also, it's helping you learn a lot about the characters. I have very limited knowledge of most of the characters. Yeah! And that's what's great about the fan games. You don't have to know anything about the characters, but it gives you a lot more contextualization into both the Toho fandom and how, you know, like, just a greater appreciation for the whole. Just remember, it's a shmup series. It's a shooter. It is, just a shmup overall. So to this end, you get a lot more continued love for and understanding of how these characters would interact with each other. Or, you know, past, you know, the little personalities that they just have in the games by themselves, which is, once again, just lovely and so cool. It's so cool. I'm buying everything from Shanghai again. Because I already, you know, I played, what's his face? I played Kubanashi Recollection, which focused on, you know, one Setibanti, of course, and now we have, you know, Misty's Izakaya, where I'm going to focus in on Misty. Yeah, the fan games are so wonderful in how they get to tell the characters' stories, or get you more in depth to that, right? Yeah, getting to export in Tokyo, as we are, in our limited breath from the Yokai Trail leading up to the Arturius Shrine, to the Human Village. Now we're getting more iconic spots at the Forest of Magic and the Yokai Mountain later on, too, as you're kind of seeing. Is it just me, or is this Jesus a little fatter than other Jesus statues I've seen? Are you talking to me? Jesus Buddha! I didn't mean any harm, I swear. It's kind of cute being, well, rounded. A round face is a symbol of big fortune. Ah, forget it. How could a sparrow full of bones understand? That's harsh on both ends, hilariously. Right, talk to Alice, talk to Marissa, and then let's start our last night for the stream. Oh, I didn't mean to talk about Genso Beat. Miss Alice, the tiny weapons your dolls wield are so cute. Don't underestimate them. They can easily handle 10 yokai at your level. Really? I don't believe that. For a doll this small, I could put them away with a finger. They'll blow up in your face if your finger touches them. How come? Every doll has explosives stuffed into them. However, they are more than capable of taking care of you without needing to self-destruct. Yeah, Setibate Duan, well-rounded. Fibonacci Recollection was this big example of how it completely changed my perception of Setibanki. There's that, and there's the song sung by Stat about Setibanki's image, about how people don't fear yokai anymore as they used to, which also boosted Setibanki's popularity a lot, for example, too, which is really cool. And that's the thing about Toho. Since Zune has given that basic explicit pass and just, hey, you know, don't defame the series and don't make inside, and that's really it. The fan works are what carry everything, of course. How else would Toho beat everything in Rule 34 just about then? Maybe, like, it beats a lot, and by a lot I mean, it's like probably one of the highest ever Rule 34 dowry numbers, just on its longevity and how long it's been around, and just since it's got the full pass. They're more than capable of taking care of you without needing self-destruct. Those dolls are really scary. And for you, Crimson, that's why I love doing these Toho fan games, because I got to explain, you know, the characters we saw in Kubanashi, and as we go on in Mystia, which is going to be my next running series, right, next to Secret Serve Delicious, and I might just start to an extent or so, I'll get to keep explaining who these characters are, and why they are so cool. And, you know, their abilities and everything like that. So, like Alice you saw, she is the living doll maker. She's, yeah, the magician doll maker that we saw, to where she has basically made these dolls almost autonomous on their own when it comes to it. Like, the biggest joke about it all, for example, is, yeah, Mystia is the proprietress of her Izakaya, but the joke about it is that she's a night sparrow, and she serves lampreys. Lampreys, in real life, are known to help cure blindness or ailments with the eyes, to an extent, and Mystia's ability in lore is the ability to sing and cause night blindness. So there's been different takes on the fandom. When it first came around of her being, of her running a shady business, she sings to blind humans, but the singing draws people to her Izakaya card, to where basically it's kind of like extortion in a way. See, then it's like, oh yeah, I can cure the blindness if you buy from my stand, and that's one source of memes, but it's become more wholesome over time. Both from, there's a own Night Sparrow Izakaya manga that spawned from it, that's kind of like more slice of lifey of people going to Mystia's, and also of course because of this game here, giving a much different, you know, view on Misty and her Izakaya stand herself. And that's, you know, it's ascended fandom memes that bridge into things like these, which is what, it's so wonderful and cool and cute. And that's what I love about the Toho fandom so much. The wider fandom. I mean, you know, the photo shoot, when it comes to a cosplay and whatever, there's drama with that, but, you know, there's drama with anything like that, unfortunately. But at least, you know, as a genre, I guess, more than fandom, it's just so wide and varied and cool. You actually put pork and mushroom stir-fry in your menu! Thanks to you, I learned many new gathering spots for edible mushrooms. Next time, bring a small shovel with you. It'll make picking mushrooms easier. Not to mention, it'll be less likely to damage the mushrooms, making them look better. Ooh, okay. If you want to have mushrooms all the time, remember to spread some spores. That's just mushroom collecting etiquette, that's I see. Thank you for the tips. And Marissa's bond is level 2, which is great. Alright, one more night then, one more night. So let's retire back to the yokai trail. Or... I could. The Force to Match it's also open too now. I did run. No. Let's keep opening at the human village for now. I can bounce back and forth, but I want to keep warning my new customers' taste. Alright, let's put our miso tofu. Let's put our tofu stew on there. Then, when it comes to it, what else do I want? I don't mind the durani eggs, because we have a lot. We're just gonna put a lot of tofu on the menu today, huh? Well, good thing I have a whole heckload of it now, right? Yeah, so I want to stock up on mushrooms still. Let's wait with this. It's gonna be a weaker menu in terms of profit, but I'm fine. It's either that or I put the croquettes, and honestly I have the potatoes, so let's do that then. Next up. Milk. And then balance out my top ends. Then 2 pots, 2 pans, a steamer, a board. Lovely. It's... Yeah. Alright. So I've pinged Ein, so now you guys have that to an extent or so. For the future if we do OJ tonight. Let's see if anybody even orders the durani eggs this time around. Let's honestly see. Hyper mode activated on my first round. Lovely to see. 2 of each as usual. Oop, I made double croquettes. That's fine. But since I am getting tofu from 3 different places through here, that will absolutely nuke my tofu stock, so maybe I should have balanced my menu more. But I have new stuff anyway, so I'm just kind of chilling. I was looking at my water. I have completely chugged so much of it because my throat's been dry today, which is hilarious in hindsight. At the same time, too, if I do orange juice tonight, then we'll have to see. And depending on how fast Ein responds, I might even do it on stream. Instead of ending off, I could just, you know, just be bumming around like I usually do. I mean, us 3 could still play, honestly, either or. I wouldn't mind if, you know, if we have a 3 or 4, but it would be better if we have 4, because it's always better with 4, you know? Because otherwise, then, I am free tonight, so if you guys want to... People ordered to do any eggs for once in my life. That's so nice. Then, right, if you guys are fine with it, then I'll probably just keep going then, in that case. Akiu, want something heatable. Do I have anything that's heatable? Umeshu. And then Akiu needs to try miso tofu. So we have miso tofu, and what does Akiu like again? Sweet soup cultural heritage. I can't fulfill cultural heritage. I mean, I guess cultural heritage is like Japanese to an extent. I feel like sweet. I feel like something refreshing, I suppose, then? There's no like big portions, so I can't overload everything then. We'll chill with this and see if she does like it. She likes mild, and she likes Japanese, so we can play into that, of course, then. Now, though, let us serve table 3 with some tofu stew. That's more I can gear towards. I can easily fulfill more of them when it comes to it. Atu needs sweets. So you want sweets and sake. First and foremost, get these off the board. Number 1 wants some slows, so I will serve you that straight from the fridge. You want sake, so let us... Let's get some sparrow sake, it's its signature. Let's try that again, so... So it's mild. Not hot, but mild. Japanese sweet soup, cultural heritage. Japanese sweet soup, mild. One more thing potentially here. What might she like? Premium? Fresh? I'll try these two then. Popular. I might as well try. See, I gotta swing at the fences. Oh, another thing for miso tofu, so let's get that for table number 3. And Kine's here too. She doesn't like unpopular, but she does like things. So, writing, is that the work of what we do? If we do satisfy Atu, she does give us a washi for that quest. Japanese and sake, plus 2 durani eggs. Copy that. Japanese, sake, durani eggs, and I need more miso soup. So Kane doesn't like large portions. No, Kasa doesn't like economical. You like vegetarian potentially, so let's get some seaweed. That will be Japanese. Let us try photogenic. Let us try filling. Let's try a sea delicacy and try things out. Cost serving will greatly save me time. Lovely. You want sake, right? Sake, yep. Alright, in that case then, more sparrow sake then. The onigiri goes to Kine. He doesn't want unpopular. Okay, good to know for the future. Forget next. Aki wants sake and more cultural stuff. In that case then, let's go up on our budget. Serve her some jazai. What did you like out of that again? You like premium. Yes. Okay. Well, in that case then, sweet and preem. Get some tuna in here. Good stuff to start. And we have positive wines. The Izakaya here, which is great to see. I have 3 people. Okay, hyper mode activated, so that means I can start really churning people in and out of the Izakaya. Need to keep cooking on. Okay, first and foremost, Aku first. The miso tofu. Next up, let's help out real quick here with our drinks. What does Kene want? Shochu. Do I have any shochu? Do I have any shochu? I don't think I do. This is a slight problem, I feel. What are my drinks? Fruity sour. Okay, good. Satisfy? You want something heatable, so let's get you umeshu. You want something sweet, so let's try again. Sweet. Premium. What's the other thing that you liked out of that? I got the washi one. Sweet soup, mild, premium, Japanese. Sweet. Team. Did I try 2 things? We might as well try 2. Kene wanted cultural heritage. I need to get these eggs out as well. Cultural heritage. So let's see here. You don't like large portions, so that's fine enough. The onigiri is smaller than anything. Vegetarian, cultural heritage. Expect home cooking, so that's fine enough. That's home cooking, Japanese. There's something legendary. There's something signature. Maybe sweet too, might as well try. This one goes to Atyu. Yep, she does like it, so even with the unpopular trend, she's fine with that. Sweet and chillable. You like this, so here we go. It's some meat right on there. Something chillable would be nice, so let us get you some Sanjetsuri. Eatable. Serve up. Kine next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine enough. I need another power soup on the regular. Slows go over. Good. Alright, we really do have our work cut out for us when it comes to everything here. Shochu goes to Kine. 1, 2. This one goes to Atyu. Next one to random customer. I need more when it comes to it here, so try spicy. Let's try fungus. Try a truffle, and we'll go with that then for Kine. At least I'm getting a lot of washi, so I can fulfill the quest next time for that other customer. Not enough yet, not enough. And Ein said yes to OJ. Oh, baby girl, it keeps going. Vintage? Cultural heritage. So you want something vintage then. So I got Casio wine. What else? Nothing economical, but Japanese. So in that case then, miso tofu. Let's do filling? Let's do premium and just try things out then. Maybe spicy. I could have done good with alcohol too, because he's, you know, he's spoilers for Wild and Horned Hermit. Smile. 1, 2. Help out on this end. This will be for Kassen. He doesn't know it's spicy. Okay. Had to try, had to try. Good, good, good. That's 2 things of eggs, so that goes at table 2, table 4. I need to prepare some fresh tofu. And I'll help out by getting Sparrow Sake. Table number 5 wants 1. Table number 2 needs the Sparrow Sake. Renoste's coming around. Ooh, Renoste! Alright, I need to get the other tofus around as well. Cost serving's gonna help out real quick as well. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's help out by getting the Sanjetsuri out. That'll help Kyoko take it a little bit easier here. More Durani eggs. And then... Okay, so I remember that there was one specific thing that I can do with Renosuke. Let's see. True Man can't move on with a half-empty stomach. Okay, he likes filling, so let's start with that. I'm gonna assume he likes Japanese. Let's do this. Let's put a pumpkin in there. Try peculiar, spicy, and then let's just put another like truffle in there. So I want to experiment and see what Renosuke does or doesn't like. I want shochu. After this, do any eggs. 1, 2. Try Renosuke. I served it to the person there. I'm sorry, Chief. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oops. I mean, well, there's no taking it back there then. That's a wrong order, unfortunately. I'd made it anyway then. Okay, Renosuke doesn't like peculiar, but he does like home cooking and fresh, which is good to know. Next up. Simple looking home dishes. So he has deeper complexity. So he wants beer, so we get him Zoom beer, without a doubt. Let's try this again. So for Renosuke, he's technically a special guest, I have to remember. Going home cooking fresh. Going home cooking. Fresh downstairs. Photogenic, sweet, and let's try its signature, see how that goes for his lights or dislights, maybe. On order, I did serve it a little bit too fast for my own good, so that's on me. He doesn't like unpopular stuff. Interesting. Good to know for the future. But of course, we just gotta figure out what our customers do or don't like. That's part of the cooking job. It's part of finding out, you know, how best to cater to them. Alright, I just messaged in Discord for the OJ crew afterwards. I'll still be live on air, so we'll go on then. Does it update as you serve them? Yep, that's why I keep referring back to my notebook. Exactly so, Crimson. So I'll show before I end off on Mystia's side for the moment. Pretty good day, I must say, pretty good day. And then we will take a look at that in time. But if you see in the album here, this was the first time I served Renosuke, and now you're seeing I have the tads that he does like, and the tads that he doesn't. Both for the drinks and the foods, exactly so, as you can see. So, you got right there, he likes filling, home cooking fresh, but doesn't like peculiar or unpopular foods. And I'm gonna have to keep filling that out. So you see, for some, for like the new characters, the Human Village, I have some tads. I think Akira's the most. But if you see, like, the people at the Yokai Village with I have more bonds with, like, Shen, for example, level 4, I have a pretty good feel on what she likes or so. I can keep experimenting around, but I can always at least continue to get her positive spell card when it comes to it. You know? So we'll just see how things go when it comes to it or so. It's great, it's positive, and it's nice on that extent. But alright, that'll be it for Misties for tonight. I'm going to use the restroom and just freshen up, get some water real quick or so. So I'll go to ads after I get out of the game. And I'll boot up orange juice for the second half tonight. So, alright, I'll be right back, guys.
Cruz!